You think now is the time to really double down on investing in Indian infrastructure, Indian manufacturing, Indian exports?
Yeah, Tanvi, India has all kinds of stories, services, industrials, even agro-based. So it's a variety of stories. Now, the recovery has started with, first it started with financials, then capital market things, then defense, because defense procurement is going to be big and it's all going to be indigenized compulsorily. So that capex is building up big time. Then you have the capex per se for the general economy. I think the last leg of the capex boom is going to be when the private capex kicks in, and that's where this event from the foreigners as well as from domestic entrepreneurs to start launching their projects. And you must be hearing the kind of projects are being announced. But I think real fun will be the equity revolution which is on from the primary market. It is going into corporates, and that money, the secondary effect of that may take maybe 6 months, another year or so. So I think the private capex build-up will be slow to start with, but as the consumption picks up, I'm sure the private capex, and that will have a lot of leg in the sense that it is not at the mercy of tax collection or anything like that. It is only at the mercy of good economics, and that is what is going to be the case in next, I would think, next 1 year or two.
Okay. Mr. Agrawal, I do also want to ask you about the upcoming budget because there's much talk about tax breaks, tax cuts, personal income tax relief, which would boost consumption. Are you hearing that? What can we expect from the upcoming budget? Because, you know, the other part of the equation then becomes, okay, spending and all is fine, but are you compromising on the fiscal situation, fiscal consolidation part that India has been so committed to for the last 5 years?
See, the FM has a lot of what you call margin, and like one thing they're not used so far is divestment of the public sector stocks, and that now runs into almost $1 trillion, close a little less than that, but almost $1 trillion. So whenever they want to dip into that particular reserve to say bolster it by say 2 lakh crores or 3 lakh crores for some kind of a project-based investments, there is no dearth of options available for resources with the government. Tax revenue is very buoyant. You must have seen the first quarter direct tax revenues. They are up upwards of about 20%, 25%. So I think there is a momentum in the economy, and tax collections are good, and fiscal deficit is right under control. I think one factor which went against in last 12 months or so as the drought, the rural distress, somewhat rural distress which was there, and that also leads to the higher inflation. So with the, if the weather gods are good, and if we get as predicted normal or above normal rains, that will solve two problems. One, the food inflation will get subsided, and second, lower interest rates and consumption will also pick up.